But first we go to Belgium to look at an event there. It has proved to be one of the most exciting rallies of the whole of the European series. The 39th Boucles de Spa, 99 cars in the Parc Ferme, and it's now 10 years since there was snow on the Spa rally. Patrick Snijers, very much the man to watch. He won in 95. Had to beat Mark Allen to do it. This year, no big stars for him to worry about. Thousands of spectators out there. With the wrong tyres, he's losing some time. Snijers then with the Escort. And you can see the conditions, with the snow certainly going to play its part here. Verrate, the winner of last year's Condros Rally, winner of the Ypres Rally as well, driving the three big Belgian events this year. Toyota not having the easiest run in the world, following all the problems that assailed them at the end of last season. But Renault here getting the power down, and this car's still very competitive. Gregoire de Mervius, 3 years ago, doing a full championship in his own country. We're aboard with him now. This car literally came straight from the Belgian Motor Show to take part in this event. One of the showpieces on the stand there, immaculately turned out as always. A neat performance. And the conditions varying a little bit, where the ice is really bad to where it's actually quite loose and quite slippery. The Ford proving very much up to the stage here. Good car control. Gregoire de Mervius proving his point here. The Escort, of course, now with some development behind it, maybe going out of production, but it's still a very, very strong force in rallying and could go well in the World Championship, let alone in European events. 1996 could be a very interesting year. We're looking now at the second of the Toyotas, Freddie Loy. Never been here before with a full Group A car. He's going to be doing the Belgian rallies this year. So he's really having to sort his way through on a rally that he doesn't know well. Sven Schmetz alongside him. If you're through about 5 or 6 on this, it can only get better. A bit hesitant on this part of the stage. But in spite of that, he is actually quickest over the stage, which shows that you can never really tell. We asked Gregoire de Mervius whether he thought that Freddie could have been fastest there.
Ah si, c'est sûr que je m'attendais pas à
He didn't think he could, but certainly the whole weekend would show what he was capable of.
Tout le week-end, je pense, ce qu'il s'est fait.
We asked Freddie how he felt about it, and he said he was very surprised about himself. Very dangerous stage. Maybe he had the right combination of tyres and everything else as well, but it was a very competitive run and certainly surprised a lot of people. This is Formula 2. This is Belgian champion Munster from last year. Not much of a chance with two-wheel drive in the snow. 14th on the stage. Mind you, it's 10 years since most of these drivers had to work out what sort of tyres they were going to use, and a lot's happened since then. No doubt about it that the Maxi Clio proved very competitive in 1995. Question is, can it do the same in 96? The car to watch towards the end of last year was the progress of the Skoda, but things not going well here on this particular rally for Jindřich Stouffer. Obviously a traction problem. Could it be the choice of tyres? But certainly not really a happy man. Van der Voer couldn't find the budget to go to the kit car this year, but he's out with the 106 with a 1600 engine. No question about it, however. Even on this show stage, is competitive with that little car, 15th overall. This is number 8, Pascal Schmetz. Well, Pascal and the Mitsubishi have tried and tested Lancer. Third on time, 4 seconds down on Loy. Standard car. Only going to 2 World Championship rallies this year, but Schmetz again showing that class will out. Lancer, very much a car that is on the pace for 1996 in Group A form. It remains to be seen whether it can still pull the results in Group N form. Very effective performance, this. Always looks a big car. What doesn't look a big car is the AX Citroën. Le Grand here in the ZX. But gets himself down in the dip here, and that doesn't look too good to me as far as the front suspension's concerned, and could very well be the end of the rally as far as he's concerned. This is Kurt Hector's first time in an international rally, but surprisingly the fastest of the ZX brigade. Not wasting any time, a neat performance. Another man to keep an eye to in the ZX brigade, Christoph Kirchhoff, number 22. On 21, getting on with the job, is Georges Blues. Also quite quick and neat. De Mobius, as the darkness falls, carrying on with his usual spectacular way. 8 o'clock in the evening, and the real work now coming on. De Mobius fastest here. Snijers had to start the wrong tyres. Lost a bit of time there with that little off-course excursion. And catching him now is Verreit, who's going to have to pass him in the stage. While Loy was third on this stage and second on the next 2. Bearing in mind he only saw the car 3 days ago, he's going well. So too Munster, fastest of the 2-wheel drives, 5th overall now. And Stouffer, better on snow tyres, can't keep up with the Belgians, but at least he's 7th overall. Van der Voer putting on a great show. A couple of seconds down on Munster as Pascal Schmetz, now 4th time on this stage, but on stage 3 had a turbo go, which really made the whole rally, as far as he was concerned, a disaster. Therefore not going to finish. Rainer Feltes, first private driver with the Escort, 6th overall. And Claude Tanguy, no luck at all, off the road on stage 3. Going to drive a Cinquecento Bath in the rest of the season as Demovius returns in for the service. But Freyloy, the man to watch, leading at the moment. And very much the pace of the field. As we go off with the Escort Cosworth into the darkness on this still slippery, snowy course, which has provided the big surprise with Loy, of course, the pace of the rally, and Demovius really having to go quickly here. On this stage, however, he proves to be fastest. Co-driver working overtime. The light's good. Still very slippery, but very quick. Here is Loy. Better and better. Engine cutting out there, however, but restarts it. Probably just didn't get the clutch out quick enough. Snijers going as quickly as he can, but taking back 2 minutes and 25 seconds is pretty well impossible here. Ferret started slow, but as the rally's gone on, he's gone a good deal faster with number 3. The end of the first day, he's in 2nd place. Munster 6th overall, only 10 seconds down on Feltz, while Van der Moer in the 2nd Formula 2 car won a battle with the Czech driver Stolfer, driving in the same class, who we saw had problems earlier on, and is off the road before the end of this stage. So 80 cars left.
Demovius staat op een paar seconden. Ga je nu echt...
Demovius now a few seconds behind Freddie. Are you going to win now? And Freyloy is saying that he's not going to take any chances, but he's still going to try and stay in the top position. We asked Patrick Snijers whether he had many problems yesterday, and he explained that he didn't have a few problems, he just had lots of problems. In the first place, the service van was in the wrong place at the wrong time. With good snow and ice, the one thing that they needed was good tyres. They didn't have those. They had to start with the M&S tyres, and that put them quite a way down. And incidents like this, you can't afford in rallies of this caliber. Fortunately, the car getting away with it, but it didn't mean that they were going to win anything at all, because they were 2 minutes and 25 seconds down on the leaders right from the start. So it's been a battle all day long to try and get themselves back onto some sort of fighting position. Loy still in the lead on the first stage. Snijers went off the road on this stage, but no spectators to put him back didn't help at all. So Snijers effectively getting himself in trouble, while Verret really going well, but he goes off the road as well and drops himself 3 minutes and 44 seconds back. So the rally's going to be decided between 2 cars. It's either going to be Loy or the Belgicom car here of Gregoire Demovius. Still looking immaculate. That's as if it had come out of the show. 4th overall, number 9, Feltes, but a long way back from the leaders. Kicking the tail out there, while Munster has got more problems than a few because he's lost 5th gear. And that is a big disadvantage with a close ratio box of this sort when you want all the box to work all at the right time. Van der Moer closer and closer to the Clio kit car, but the Peugeot, with no problems at all, is looking good at this stage. Looking up the rear end there very effectively. Loy getting better and better, running away from Demovius. If he can perform like this in his first World Championship rally, he could be close to victory. And here's Demovius could probably go as fast as Loy, but doesn't want to take the risks with Snijers out of the rally. Even at this stage of the year, the championship as a whole is important, not just the individual result. And he's already bearing that in mind. They're at third on all the stages, but can't keep up the speed of Loy without taking too many risks. Now this is Deveau with Loy's car from last year, really going well. One of his best rallies today. Yupsin with a little Corsa also got himself into the top 10, but unfortunately didn't finish. And this is Boxen with the Lancia. First rally. Used to drive an Opel in the Lotus Eurocup the last 3 years, so he's going to have plenty of practice before he's really competitive. Absolutely essential if he's going to do what he did on the circuits when he comes to rallying. 120,000 spectators out to see this event, and that was the police estimate of the people who came out to look at what certainly has proved to be a very exciting event indeed, as Kurt Hector still leading the ZX class, 8th overall, but a very good rally, bearing in mind it was his first start. Really showing some class here and surprising a lot of people. The yellow, very similar car of the Spa, second ZX, up to 10th overall. While we see Demovius going through the famous Gay d'Artiste here. I asked him if this was a dangerous rally. Gregoire maintains that it is. There are a lot of dangerous places on it, and it's a question of familiarity breeding contempt, because you get out of trouble in one place only to find that you're into trouble 100 meters up the road. Like on the stage where he passed Verrate, who was off the road. It really starts you thinking and gets the blood running. Doesn't make life easy. Snijers maintains that the first stage today went off the road. No spectators, pushing on the road again, so that's how he came to lose so much time. Loy also in trouble here. Made a mistake on this stage. Exactly the place where Snijers went off. And as a result of it, has to struggle back, having lost 2 minutes and the rally. A sad end to a very fine performance. But rallies are so often won by the man who isn't fastest overall, and Demovius, his patience paid off here. When everybody had made their mistakes, he didn't make any mistakes at all. Very quick in the snow. He had a bad start, broken engine in the Monte Carlo, but here he was the man who had the luck. Fine performance then as far as he was concerned. No question about it. Gregoire Demovius really showing that he was very much the class of the field here, keeping his head when all about him were losing theirs. Verrate, third overall. Not able during the rally to make more than one fastest time, so a bit of a disappointment for him. And spins like that don't help it. Van der Bauer had more than a few problems with little Peugeot. Lost 22 minutes on the leader, but still finished 6th. Little two-wheel drive car among the four-wheel drives. A good performance. Munster made the wrong choice of tyres, lost 7th gear, just happy to be there at the finish. Not a good rally as far as he was concerned. And the competition hotting up in that class. Leader in Group N, Dunt Bernard, in the Lancer Evo 3. Definitely the car to beat in Group N this year. Delvaux, 7th overall, third two-wheel drive car. Not a bad performance from him. The little Astra. While Van der Waal, second two-wheel drive car, and will drive this car in the whole of the championship in 1996. Munster then, the winner of the Formula 2 class, 5th overall, go this year for the championship. Won't be quite so easy. Competition gets hotter there. While Hector's was the leader from start to finish in the ZX class, just as 2 years ago, somebody new winning the first rally. In the AX class, it was Benoit Bagnou. Unfortunately, he was disqualified. Lionel van der Bergen was actually given as the winner after the end of scrutineering. But it don't. With the Lancer, winning Group N then, and facing here one of the major problems in the rally, which was that of spectator indiscipline on some of the stages. Never a happy time for rally drivers when they can see spectators in places they don't want them to be. And they really do underestimate how long it's going to take them to get out of the way. Renault Varite going through here. The man of the rally, however, as far as Toyota were concerned, was Loy, who went extremely well in the early stages. Varite was never on the pace, and Loy, unfortunately, having that little mistake which put him into second place, but not a bad start for his career with the Toyota. So de Movius, after 3 years, wins again at Spa. And the Escort, very sensibly driven, could be now at the beginning of what could be a very, very competitive season. The victory ceremonies at Spa, awaiting the winning drivers. After a very neat performance indeed, and Ford undoubtedly very delighted to have put it across the opposition, and a confirmation of those results as they spray the champagne. The right third, Belts fourth, Munster, and then Jean-Pierre van der Waal.